Hi, everyone, and welcome to the world through my eyes. I wanted to talk about how corporate greed prioritizes profitability over public health. And if you want a prime example of this, look no further than what happened in Palestine, Ohio on February 3rd, 2023 at approximately 8:55 p.m.
These aren't storm clouds. That they burn off in East Palestine. This is not storm clouds. Look at it. This is over Darlington.
This once industrious town, known for ceramics and tire manufacturing until the mid 1960s, has seen a steady decline in population, so much so that it's no longer considered a statuary city, but rather a village. On this day of February 3rd, 2023, it started off like any other day. But little did the residents of East Palestine know their lives and well being was about to be uprooted and flipped upside down. It's February 3rd, 2023, and on this Friday evening, most families were settling down for the night. Approaching was a freight train owned and operated by Norfolk Southern. For at least an hour now, sparks were observed coming from the axle area. In the background, while this is going on, a wheel bearing is heating up to the point to where it overheats, causing part of the rail car's wheel set to fail. This mechanical issue leads to the train derailment. Of the 141 loaded cars, 20 of them contained hazardous chemicals. Approximately 100,000 gallons of harmful chemicals have now been released into the atmosphere. One of those chemicals was vinyl chloride. Exposure to this chemical is associated with an increased risk of liver cancer, brain and lung cancers, lymphoma, and leukemia. You see, one of the big problems we have is corporate political spending. It's when large organizations like Norfolk Southern pay an insane amount of money to politicians to help loosen regulations. Norfolk Southern weaseled its way around regulations by spending millions to lobby against regulations which would have mandated updating Civil War breaking technology.
I also note that since 2002, the rail industry has spent more than $650 million on federal lobbying, with another $60 million spent on state lobbying. Do you know how much it was that Norfolk Southern spent on lobbying during that period?
No, sorry, don't.
Man, that's hard to watch. This man is clearly lying through his teeth. I mean, he is the CEO of Norfolk Southern. Of course, he knows how much they spent on lobbying. He's just lying to all of us. And he's disrupted and destroyed so many of these residents' life that live in East Palestine. And it's clear that he doesn't care. This man is obviously a psychopath. It's disgusting. It's tough for me to watch.
Okay, for the record, $69 million.
PSR, which stands for Precision Scheduled Railroading, is a managing approach that prioritizes profit at the expense of all else. This has led to Norfolk slashing 9,600 jobs during that time, with only 2 people being responsible for the whole train when it used to be 5. Inspections are now being rushed, and the limited staff levels are creating major safety issues. It can be argued that PSR caused the East Palestine derailment. The way I see it, some of these companies almost have a psychopathic tendency. They don't care about people, they don't care about public safety. They see people as production units, as a means to make profits. They have tunnel vision. They have eyes for one thing and one thing only, and that's dollar signs. These CEOs, they want to make as much money as possible for the shareholders so that they can get kickback. so that they can get bonuses. And what do the employees get? Nothing. You know, I get disappointed. We've had so many politicians in office, both Democrat and Republicans, and no one seems to want to come down and drop the hammer on these companies and tighten regulations so that these accidents don't happen. You see, money corrupts people. Instead of these politicians doing the right thing and protecting us, they allow themselves to get paid off to loosen the regulations so these companies can get away with murder. When are we going to say enough is enough? It remains to be seen if anything will ever change, but it just seems that if you throw money at these politicians, they make bad decisions and they don't really care about public safety. They only care about lining their pockets with money. And so I wanted to show you this video. It's in East Palestine, Ohio, and there's a woman standing by the stream. And everything seems normal until she throws a rock into the stream, and the chemicals from the bottom of the stream come up, and you can actually see oil slicks form on the top of the water. Check out the video.
Wow.
Look at all that.
Look at it.
It's all in the bottom of the creek bed.
These chemicals are dangerous. What chemicals didn't leach into the soil was control burned into the atmosphere. And it's going to take a very long time for the ecosystem to recover. The catastrophic events of this train derailment cannot be understated. The negative effects it's had on both the environment and the animals is just disgusting. Over 43,000 aquatic animals have died as a result of this accident. And then there was Kayla Miller. One evening while she was putting her chickens away, she noticed a dead rooster in her yard. And she also noticed strange behavior coming from her chickens. Some chickens were having seizures, some were all of a sudden unable to walk, and others died. There was also another resident of Palestine, Ohio. He was the owner of 2 foxes, and he kept bringing them to the vet because they were very sick.
Basically been taking your animals to the vet back and forth, back and forth. I want to show an image you posted of one that looks pretty ill. That's one of your foxes there. Swollen face, runny eyes, coughing. Another one, unfortunately, passed away. This is Kieran.
You know, it's rather unfortunate what happened in East Palestine, Ohio. A lot of people that live there, they're living at or slightly above the poverty line. And these people aren't exactly born with a silver spoon. So it's not like they can just pick up and go start over again somewhere else. They don't have the resources. And even if they could sell their homes, their houses are worth next to nothing now. I mean, who's going to buy a home up for sale in East Palestine knowing about the train derailment and just the toxic substance that's settled everywhere? And so it's a sad situation there. The people there don't deserve this. They deserve better. And this is why regulations are very important. Companies like Norfolk Southern, they should not have the ability to pay lobbyists to be able to skirt regulations. Regulations are very important, and this is a prime example of it. I mean, that braking system on those trains, they're ancient, and they should have been updated decades ago, and they haven't been because Norfolk Southern has been allowed to avoid regulations to the point to where they would have had to update their braking system. And you know, this story really bothers me because it's corporate greed. Companies, time and time again, like Norfolk Southern, they prioritize profits over safety. They don't care about your safety or my safety. All they care about is the bottom line and how much profitability they can obtain. You think about all the people that live in East Palestine. These poor decisions to choose profitability over public safety uprooted all these families' lives. Think about all the people that live in that town that go to work every day, that try to do the right things just to get by. In this company, because of their poor decisions and their lack of care, uprooted all their lives. I predict that it's quite possible you will see cancer rates go up in that town. It only makes sense. I mean, these chemicals are highly toxic to humans and animals. And a lot of the brooks, a lot of the waterways, the soil, those toxic substances seeped into everything. And it's not right that a company was able to get away with this. I have a video that I want to show you. It's about a guy who talks about how he just bought a home in East Palestine, and now he's going to have to basically move and start all over again. So luckily for this guy, it sounds like he has the resources to start over again somewhere else. But again, this isn't the case for most people living there.
I'm frustrated. Here I am. I just moved 7 months ago. I busted my ass to make this place look like it does. And I got to move because I'm not safe being here. There is no way we are safe being here.
So I think it's going to take 1 or 2 or maybe even a few decades to really assess the effect it's had on the public health there. We'll see what happens in the future. I hope that town can recover from this catastrophe. It's completely awful. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I put a lot of time and effort into it. And yeah, this story really cut deep. It really affected my heart. So that's why I wanted to make this video. If you found value in it and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. My channel is rather small. I'm trying to grow it. It's taken some time. So any subscriptions would be greatly appreciated. And until the next video, I hope you all have a wonderful day.